Are you thinking about buying a home in Northern Virginia? Whether you're already a local or you're thinking about making a move here to Northern Virginia, this is definitely going to be a video that you want to watch all the way through because number 7 or 8 are the top mistakes to avoid. How I came up with this list is sort of in 2 parts. The first one is mistakes that I see home buyers make on a regular basis, and the other is from a financial standpoint and how to make sure you are getting the absolute most bang for your buck when purchasing a home in Northern Virginia. The first mistake you want to avoid is limiting yourself to one specific area. And I find that this is a mistake that I see more often when clients are relocating to Northern Virginia versus if you are already a local, but it applies to everyone purchasing a home in Northern Virginia. Don't get stuck on one set area. There are a lot of areas that are similar in Northern Virginia, and if you aren't finding what you want, particularly right now when inventory is so tight, you might find if you expand your radius just a smidge, I'm not talking anything drastic, even 5 or 10 miles of an expanded radius can open up a whole different realm of homes to you. And in some cases, it can also open up different price ranges with how far your money will go. Next is limiting your search to only be new construction. And don't get me wrong, I love new construction. I sell a lot of new construction homes and they are absolutely gorgeous. It's such a fun process to go through. But the thing is, in Northern Virginia, only about 10% of our homes are new construction. And the reason for that is it is just a heavily built out area. We don't have a lot of land left here, so you don't see nearly as much new construction as you do resale homes. And there's nothing wrong with a resale home. There are actually a lot of pluses with resale, but that's another video. For limiting your search to new construction, you are definitely going to find that you are paying a premium. Let me say that again, a premium. I'm talking minimum $75,000 to $100,000 more, and it can easily go up to $300,000, $350,000 more than you would be paying for the same home should it be a resale home. So just keep that in mind. If new construction is the only way you want to go, completely understand and respect that. Just be prepared that your options and your area are going to be limited and you are absolutely going to be paying top dollar. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, working, and playing in Northern Virginia, be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap that bell for notifications so that you'll never miss a video. Number 3 is not researching the area. And really this applies to relocation clients and my locals because what happens is a lot of times there just isn't enough research done. Like, did you look into the cost of living, relocation buyers? And for my locals, did you research the area and what it has to offer? Yes, a lot of areas in Northern Virginia are similar, but when you really drill down, there are some different intricacies depending on what area that you're in. When it comes to schools, when it comes to proximity to daily needs, metro, commute time, there's a lot of factors to consider. And if you're relocating to Northern Virginia, please make time to come and visit the area. And also, if you are relocating because of a job offer, make sure that you look into the cost of living in Northern Virginia. That is the biggest misstep that I see relocation buyers make. They get their job offer, they're super excited, it looks like a really big number, but then they don't research the cost of living here in Northern Virginia, which is extremely high. So invest that time up front. It will save you a lot of headache down the road, and research the areas that you are interested in here in Northern Virginia. Mistake number 4 is not testing out your commute. The traffic in Northern Virginia is terrible. There's nothing good about it. So you really want to know and test how long your commute is going to take you. That could end up being a deal breaker. And traffic is worse on certain days here. I find I live in Alexandria and traffic on Monday and Thursdays on 395 is far worse than Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. My guess is because more people are working from home And then Monday and Thursday are prime time to commute into the city. Wherever you are landing in Northern Virginia, test out your commute. You will thank yourself later. Mistake number 5 that you're going to want to avoid is trying to time the market. And this applies wherever you would be buying or selling a home. Northern Virginia is no exception. Do not try to time the real estate market. The right time to buy is when you are financially ready and comfortable to purchase a home. Real estate is a long-term investment, and I get the question so often of, what do you think the market is going to be doing in 6 months, a year, 2 years? If I could answer that question with 100% accuracy, I would not be selling real estate. Nobody can time the market. I have witnessed and been party to clients trying to do that, and I have never seen anyone successfully time the market. Yes, we can look at the data, we can make educated predictions, we can go off of past trends, and there's a lot of knowledge to be gained from working with a local, experienced agent, but no one knows exactly what the future holds when it comes to the real estate market, and it's just not worth trying to time it. And that goes for buying or selling. The 6th mistake to avoid is not getting pre-approved up front. As soon as you decide that you are even remotely considering purchasing a home, your very first step is to get your pre-approval. I can't tell you how many times over the years I have had clients who have just been toying around with the idea of purchasing a home. They're out driving on a Sunday, they stop by an open house, they fall in love with the home, and especially in the last 10 years or so in our market, homes are moving so fast that if you see a home, let's say on a weekend, and you haven't gotten your pre-approval yet, and they have an offer deadline of Sunday evening or Monday morning, there's no way you're going to be able to get pre-approved in time to be able to make the offer, and it causes a lot of heartbreak. The other issue that comes up with not getting pre-approved is if you're working with an agent who hasn't encouraged you, and I would say borderline required you to get pre-approved before touring homes, you run the risk of looking at homes that ultimately you find out are beyond your budget, and you're always going to be comparing the lower priced homes to those higher priced homes. It's just inevitable. You go into the lower priced home, you find out after you've been pre-approved that you've been looking at homes, $50,000 above your budget, and then you're going into these smaller, less updated homes, and it's a big letdown. It also causes a lot of heartbreak. Do yourself a favor, get that pre-approval in place with a lender that you trust, more on that shortly, and make sure that that is on the top of your priority list when it comes time to buy a home in Northern Virginia. Okay, so I said in the beginning, number 7 and number 8 are the most important mistakes to avoid. So let's really dive into those, and they really go hand in hand. Number 7 is not working with a local lender, and number 8 is not working with a local real estate agent. And I'm going to tie both of those in together by saying also they have to be knowledgeable on Northern Virginia. If you get in place the right real estate agent to help you, they'll be able to refer you to reputable, trusted lenders who get the job done. And this is such an important part of the home buying process. If you get your agent wrong and or your lender wrong, you can have so many horrible repercussions to the point that it could really cost you dearly financially, and it could also cost you in the form of missing out on a home you really love and want to purchase. It takes a village. There are so many fingers involved in a real estate transaction, and everybody has to be working together in order to get to that successful closing. So if you have the right team in place, I would say that selecting the right agent is the most important. But if you find a lender, a local lender that you connect with, you trust, they've really showcased their value and their knowledge, they too will be able to recommend an agent that's going to take the right care of you in the Northern Virginia real estate market. There's a lot of contracts, there's deadlines, there's a lot of money at play, And you need to be working with a team that is competent, has a proven track record, and has the experience to be able to achieve you a seamless transaction. If you miss the mark on one or both of those, you are going to have a very rough ride, and there's a lot of risk on the line, and it's not worth going down that path. Make sure that you are working with the right team of people. And if you're interested in learning more about Northern Virginia, be sure to check out these 2 videos.